Let's face it, Afrobeat is taking over. Wait For You featuring Tems was one of the biggest songs in 2023, reaching number 1 on Billboard's Hot 100. One Dance featuring Wizkid is one of Drake's biggest songs, if not the actual biggest, reaching number 1 on not only Billboard's Hot 100, but top spots in at least 14 different countries. Brown Skin Girl featuring Wizkid is the first time Beyonce officially featured her own daughter Blue Ivy in a song, giving her the Guinness Book of World Records of the youngest Grammy Award holder.
And she has her own Grammys.
The song actually won at least 90% of all awards it was nominated for. Tiwa Savage was one of the selected few musicians to perform at the coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla as King and Queen of England and other Commonwealth nations, I think. Now, Calm Down was everywhere in 2023. I don't think I need to say how big it was. Everyone knows how big Calm Down was. Calm down. Girl, this your body, you put to your heart for a long time.
Calm down, calm down. Rima.
Let's be real, Afrobeat is taking over. So I've come across a lot of videos by American creators asking if or why hip-hop is dying. And the answer to that question might just be at the end of this video. But a summary of all these videos is more or less like record labels don't know real talents. They just know the business side of the music business. They just sign artists and force them into the same styles of other successful artists, leading to the same repetitive style that is cliche or redundant. While this may be true, I would only say to an extent, because the same record labels that are claimed not to understand the music side of the business are signing Afrobeat artists. The global editorial head of hip hop and R&B for Apple Music, I think it's Ebro, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but what he says is that it should be noted many major labels have given less importance to signing rappers. The new focus is on African and Latin music. Burna Boy has a joint deal between Arista and Warner Music. Rema is signed to Virgin Music. Wizkid has a joint deal between his own record label and RCA, while Davido also has a joint deal between his own record label and 3 American-based record labels. Let's face it, the future is Afrobeats, and this shouldn't be seen as a bad thing because we are only digging deeper into the African culture. Hip-hop has been around for many decades. It has always been the definition of what the black culture truly is. If you watch any movies that has to do with slave trade or selling of black people in Africa and all that, you find out that most times all the blacks have is music. Soulful music that penetrates through the heart, forcing you to feel something deep. Now, I feel music sung with intense emotion are truly the best music. I mean, like emotions of pain, frustration connect the most. And believe me, Africans have a lot of pain to talk about. I mean, when Burna sings, "Make them no deny my people visa," I think that has a level of pain that no American can understand. For real. Another reason why people are starting to appreciate Afrobeat is because it's a vibe, literally. No one cares anymore about how much guns you have or how much violence you can promise to deliver, how much women you can change, how much chain you have around your neck. That's all bullshit. If you grew up in the trenches or the ghetto, it's now like, who cares? Every African artist grew up in the ghetto, so what's new? Smart artists like Chris Brown and Drake are some of the first to quickly jump on Afrobeat songs. And because of the massive success, the most unconventional musicians like the likes of Sia, Madonna, Ed Sheeran, Selena Gomez quickly jumped to get some Afrobeats on their resume.
Afrobeats is absolutely going to be the biggest genre of black music soon.
Really?
100%. I see it coming.
Wow.
Hip hop, I love hip hop, but hip hop, man, the hip hop is becoming a deaf style in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a time when we all used to just look
Afrobeats feels more positive.
It's very, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you got people actually getting killed all the time and these fights all the time and people overdosing from drugs, like I see people moving to an alternative and I don't even think people realize it. Turn on the radio right now, you're gonna hear so much Afrobeats playing.
You know when an artist is on fire and everybody wants to jump on a song with them so that they'll get hits, so that artist inevitably blows up? What I'm saying is that it's happening to Afrobeats as a genre. So what's next for hip-hop artists? Okay, before we get into that, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's absolutely free to you and means a lot to me. Every subscription motivates us more to keep delivering valuable content to you. Please consider subscribing while we get right back into the video. Have a nice one. Peace. So what's next for hip-hop artists? Well, no one can tell the future, including me. What I'm saying right now is that Afrobeat has slowly crept into mainstream music, and it is creeping up into the hip-hop spaces. So it's being played in the radio stations and TV stations where hip-hop is usually played. So now getting a hit as a hip-hop artist could largely depend on how Afro your beats sound. Hip-hop artists at this point need to start showing some Afrobeat producers some love, yo. Hook yourself up with some Afrobeat production and get yourself bouncing on that vibe, you know what I mean? I think that's just a smart move right now as a hip-hop artist. Show an African. So for the future of Afrobeat, as much as I am fully Nigerian and I love how Afrobeat is doing in proper mainstream music right now, I wouldn't like to set myself up for premium heartbreak. Afrobeat currently has a huge influence on mainstream hip-hop and pop music actually, and my wish is for that to keep growing to the end of time. But I remember when it was the same for Caribbean music. In the early 2000s, reggae artists like Elephant Man, Beanie Man, Sean Paul, Wayne Wonder were all over the mainstream radio. Everyone jumped on features from the likes of Beyonce, Busta Rhymes, Janet Jackson, Keisha Cole. Jay-Z even jumped on the song with Sean Paul, I think I remember. I'm not saying that kind of music is not relevant today, but what I'm saying is that reggae music as at today cannot be compared to what it was in the early 2000s. So if I could speak to Afrobeat musicians directly, I'll say keep doing your thing, but stay true to your craft. We also how they did us at the 2024 Grammys. That's just unacceptable. So let's just focus on our own, and if we get international recognition, that's fine, but we shouldn't do stuff just with the intention of getting someone else to appreciate our music. Let's not try to get distracted or try to take steps to get external validation. It's more like keep looking inward and not outward if you want to go higher. That's my point, I think. So I believe hip-hop is just currently at an Afrobeat phase. Everything changes. I mean, hip-hop started from the DJ era and that's not where it is right now. So it's just at an Afrobeat phase right now if I were to give my own 2 cents. Hip-hop even had the auto-tune phase. T-Pain. So, Afrobeat is African and it will stay African. There would always be collaborations in the future as there are still Caribbean collaborations to date. As we wrap up this journey through the evolving landscapes of music, I want to express my gratitude if you stayed up to this point. If you've enjoyed the insights and discussions, do me a solid, smash that subscribe button. I need it and it's absolutely free to you. Your support fuels my passion for bringing you more engaging content constantly as I can. Every subscription propels us further in this adventure. Till next time, stay tuned and stay Afrobeat rocking. Peace.